let's spin the wheel. We don't have a lot of time, so we're gonna hope that this is a fast one. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Wow, it decided to keep spin again. Stupid freaking. No, I didn't mean to hide choice. Son of a freaking. Uh-oh. The illusion is breaking. Help. Anyways, hey, we're spinning the wheel for the first time today. Nothing else weird happening here. We're not constrained by any. This is not happening again. Okay. Thank you. We're not constrained by any sort of time constraints or anything like that, but thankfully, this is a very fast preset, and we'll explain Breach in just a second here. All right, so this is the Breach preset. The idea behind it being that you start with everything. You can just go to the end of the game. Just go to the end of the game. It'll take two. Just go to the end of the game. The only thing blocking us from that, however, is we do need to find one specific relic. That relic is the portal spell. So it borrows from Aperture, where there's the modified map stuff, and there's the portal spell. So it's basically like we're playing Aperture again for like the 6th time during this tier list series. Speaking of, if you haven't seen the whole series, I've been uploading all different presets from every possible option on SotN.io, ranking them on a tier list. We've been doing this for a while. We're down to the last 5. So subscribe, watch all the old videos if you want to see more and see my opinion on other randomizer presets for this game. Join the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. I'd love to see you in the chat. But yeah, it's been great to have like a holistic solution, or holistic, not solution, but holistic view of the randomizer. So it's really, really cool. But yeah, essentially our goal is we have Duplicator, Mana Prism, movement options. We need to get to the portal spell, which can be basically anywhere. So we're just going to fly around the castle until we find it. Something that I think might be interesting is because we have all this movement options, Karma Coin, that could be fun. Do you guys want to do a Gamba at the very end of the seed? Why not? We'll do it. We'll do a quick coin flip for the fans. So because the portal spell can be basically anywhere, we just go check everything. All of the shortcuts are open. All of the warps are open. So our goal is to just move around the castle fast and explore until we find it. Soul of Wolf. Is Soul of Wolf required in this for anything? I guess Wolf plus Snorkel for second castle stuff. Yeah. It is minimum complexity 5, so like ideally you can just find it anywhere, the final Vlad relic. But there are relics that are likely going to be required that unlock more locations. So the odds of just stumbling upon it are pretty much 0 unless another Karma Coin, really? Unless you go to a high complexity location and just like win, I guess. And the highest complexity location that exists that we have access to is in the mines and the catacombs. So let's just go there first. Worst case scenario, you know. We don't find anything and then we just leave with our fast movement. We get a bunch of levels off of Cerberus, so we level up less often. Should be a good time. We could have warped here from entrance, but we also got a couple of extra item checks out of the way when we did this, so... Is this a library card? Okay, and we have access to library cards. This is huge. Massive, even. I think the play is I'm going to probably save split down here, maybe. And then we check the relic that's behind Merman statue. Because minimum complexity 5 is actually relatively high for a preset that gives you literally everything, so. Partner Plus level 2, question mark, what is that? Partner Plus is the program which Twitch pays me extra money for just existing, essentially. It's essentially just a free pay raise if you can get enough subscribers. So if I hit that threshold every single month for 3 months in a row, I'm guaranteed an entire year of bonus money, basically. We don't have to worry about it until October. October is the first month where my renewal for my Partner Plus runs out. Oh. I forgot to start a timer. I have an idea, actually. We've been playing for 5 minutes. Holy shit. There's no reason to do that. Don't forget about the Gamba. I won't. Trust me, I won't. I have an idea. No, the Gamba's still happening. Don't worry, the Gamba's still happening. I do have an idea. First off, we're going to murder this guy. Whoa! We're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to be scared of here. There we go. And our final time was like less than 6 minutes. I forgot a timer. So what I want to do actually is... let's just go ahead and set this up real quick where I need to not kill this guy. I'll make a save state real quick, I guess. That's fine. And then I'm going to restart the game. And yeah, we're just going to see how fast I can beat the game. 3, 2, 1, go. The auto timer didn't work. Hold on. All right, this time for sure. 3, 2, 1, go. So, like, theoretically, when I was messing around with I think we played Breach a little bit when it first came out, and I was like, you could probably finish a seed like incredibly fast with something like this. So, that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna try and beat the game as fast as possible with this preset. I don't know why Dracula spawned all the way over there. That's technically losing us an entire second, so we should just reset. And no damage stacks. Damn, this run sucks. Unlucky. Don't jump again. Thank you. Yeah, we lost like 10 seconds on Dracula. We should just reset. So yeah, the reason why this preset is even beatable that fast is specifically because it's intended that the spike breaker location is only supposed to be accessible once you find the Echo of Bat. And obviously, I didn't need the Echo of Bat for that. I just, you know, went through. So, yeah. Here's what we're going to do. So we're going to skip past Death. Oh, wait, Death doesn't show up. That's funny. I assume Death showed up for some reason. We're going to use this warp. We're going to warp to the mines. This lets us skip past Cerberus. I can't really kill any enemies right now, because then I'll get a level up, and I want to avoid that, because that's just time loss. So just got to skip past these enemies. There we go. Do this quick setup. Take 1 hit of damage. Skip all these enemies. Oh no! I dropped a wing smash. World record pace, world record pace. Let's go. Come on. This is the run, baby. I think we boomerang just for the immediate damage, probably. Yeah, not optimal damage-wise. Like, if we found another Buffalo Star, it'd probably be better. But this seed didn't give us a Buffalo Star, so... I don't think this is going to be sub 4, unfortunately. Sad. Mostly just because these weapons just don't do enough damage. Come on. Come on, no! No! Yes! Sub 4. Just barely. GG's. That's the fastest ever randomizer completion ever, world record, not clickbait. I don't know, probably.
Ever since you lost the ability to
what a dumb preset. I mean, okay, we found a seed that lets you finish it in 4 minutes. Okay, fine, whatever. But also, what if we coin flip real quick? What? I got hit? How? No, we'll never see the coin flip, guys. Unless it was tails. GG's, it was tails. Let's rank this on the tier list real quick. Now that we're done with all that, I guess. Jeez, man, what do I even say? What do I even say? I don't know, dude. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But I think I need to add a new tier. This is the TikTok attention span randomizer. If you have the attention span of a goldfish, this is the perfect randomizer for you because you don't have to pay attention to anything. You just beat the game in 5 minutes. It'll be great. My tier list doesn't fit on the screen. What are you talking about? This is a perfectly fine, readable tier list. If you want to figure out how this tier list got this way, you could subscribe to the channel, watch all the other tier list videos that we've done up to this point, and should we just do another one? I'm just going to do another one back to back. Just to show you guys what it could look like if that wasn't the final relic. So I'm just going to find another seed that doesn't have that as the final relic real quick. All right, we're running it back. We had enough time to just do another one, so we're doing another one. Hopefully this time we can showcase what the preset is actually about and not just 5-minute speedrun, wing smash to the end of the game, throw stars at Dracula, call it a day. Yeah, this one's the Fall of Breach too. So if the last seed was any good, this is the sequel. So we'll see. We'll see if it's any good. Hi, Joel Storm. If this seed somehow takes 2 hours, that'd be very funny, because I am on a time limit. There's a tournament match later today that I'm commentating, so... Is this the Super Metroid SotN seed? Bro, I wish. Can we get a Super Metroid X SotN multi-world rando? Can we work on that? How's the randos going? I mean, it's been chill. We finished our last seed in like 2 minutes. It was 4 minutes. So we're doing another one to hopefully showcase more of the actual preset. But this preset is designed to be fast, so. Toadstool is interesting. I think I'm going to do the same route we did last time, which is go into the caverns. I kind of liked that route. Because it's like, I'm just doing checks really quickly, and I'm getting to a warp room very quickly. So, that's ideally what you want to do, is you just want to go from check to check as quick as you can. We could always warp to do the entrance check whenever. So that's fine. There's nothing here! I got fucking scammed, bro. Wow. Chad, if I see another karma coin, remind me and we'll do another gamble, I guess. Oopsies. If the portal spell is at Spike Breaker again, I will flip. That would be very funny. Anytime that there's an important item at Spike Breaker, though, you're kind of like in a situation where you're guaranteeing that the seed is going to be completed in like 2 minutes. Because even if it's not the portal spell itself, but if it's like holy glasses or something, well, maybe not. I don't know. The fact that Spike Breaker is obtainable with just Soul of Bat, but it's in Logic to be obtained later in Logic, you know? If the Spike Breaker location was in Logic with just Soul of Bat for this preset specifically, that wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Yeah, exactly. There's only so many locations. Like, things can be but there's a lot of progression relics, you know? There's Mist, there's Jewel. Well, I guess Jewel of Open doesn't, like, super matter, actually. Jewel of Open. Well, actually, in this preset, Jewel of Open does lock a few things. So Jewel of Open, Merman Statue, both rings, Spike Breaker. I don't know. Wolf, Snorkel. Wordless, a new Metroidvania that's actually really good. Remind me to look at that later. I'm always looking for new Metroidvanias that could be fun to play. There's very few new Metroidvanias that come out that actually interest me, so... It's just tough, man. When you got access to freaking the dankest of them all, it's tough. It's tough to feel like you want to play any other ones, you know? What up, Boozy? Death's Gambit. I've heard mixed things about Death's Gambit, but I'm sure it's fine. Because that's the issues, right? I'm sure every Metroidvania that people would suggest is fine, at the very least, if not pretty good. The issue with it being pretty good is like, yeah, I could play a game that's pretty good, or I could play one of the greatest video games ever made. AKA Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's tough, man. When you have access to black tar heroin that gets injected straight into your veins, you're not gonna smoke mids anymore, man. I'm not gonna show up at my friend Ricky's house and smoke his mid-ass weed when I have access to heroin at home. This is a portal spell preset. No offense to Ricky, his mids are fine, but... Oopsies. Yeah, we finished a seed that took 4 minutes, MT, right before this. We went straight to Spike Breaker and the portal spell was there. So we're doing another one. I think that's kind of the issue with the genre, is that the genre hasn't evolved very much past Super Metroid and SotN, even though they're both very distinct flavors of Metroidvania, the two of them. I still think they're the peak of the genre. The two of them. Ricky, is that a Trailer Park Boys reference? That's a reference to the name Ricky that is used on people to refer to them. It's their label as given to them at birth. Some people maybe actually adorn it as a nickname, perhaps. What about Blasphemous and Hollow Knight? Hollow Knight is Super Metroid, but bug-themed. Blasphemous is Dark Souls, but 2D. Imagine the portal spells here again. It's not. We actually have to play the game. Uh-oh. Whatever will I do? I've given my opinions about Hollow Knight and Blasphemous a lot. They're ideas of the genre that are a little bit more advanced. To be fair, Blasphemous is not unique in its 2D Dark Souls-ification. It's just the most popular 2D Dark Souls game. Like, SotN Sanctuary literally existed like 6 years before Blasphemous came out. Karma Coin, y'all. And then there's a bunch of other ones that have come out since, you know. Like, SotN Sanctuary came out like before Dark Souls 3 came out, I think. How about Bloodstained? What about Bloodstained? It's Castlevania, but like slightly worse. It's like the most mid Castlevania game. But for most people, that's good enough because they're so starved for Castlevania content. So, you know. Coin flip number 2. Get your guesses in now. Guess correctly and win big. Yo, Gas Cloud? We are so back. Library card. I'm also, I think, the wrong person to ask about Metroidvanias in general, because over the years I've realized I don't like very many Metroidvanias, and I think it does come down to the fact that I've tasted the sweet, sweet nectar of God that is Symphony of the Night and Super Metroid. Like, those are the two greatest Metroidvanias ever made, and it's hard to feel like anything comes close, you know? I'll grab a Flame Star.
Farewell for now.
I'm legit mad at Bloodstained at the moment. Well, I mean, it doesn't help that Bloodstained is, like, has a game-breaking soft block that they added recently, so that's cool. Yo, thank you for the 4 months, Rat.
You steal men's souls.
Good luck later, Renan. Hope you do well. That is why I'm mad. Yeah, that's kind of wild that they added in a new one, but Curse of the Moon games are peak, but Ritual is like mid-tier Metroidvania. It's a good Metroidvania. It's just, it's missing a lot of polish. Did I not do that check? Wow, I'm stupid. I forgot to check the thing. I mean, it's unlikely that it matters. Fairy Scroll likely isn't anything. Most likely the progression is just these glasses take me to second castle and then there's stuff there. So, Verboten.
You steal men's souls.
A
And make them your
resub. Why don't I press it and see? Great resub message. Love to see that.
tribute.
And Ravan.
Steal men's
Ravan
souls
Shepard, thank you very
and
much
make them
for the
your
good luck and
slaves.
having a fun on your resub message. I appreciate that. I mean, yeah, you do kind of have to use the quick swap shard. I think Bloodstained is a game with too many menus. That's my main complaint. There's too many menus. Why are there so many menus? I have to menu to swap shards. I have to menu to add shards to my quick menu. That is another menu that lets me swap shards but faster. But also you have to set it up with a different menu. There's the weapons menu. There's the crafting menu. There's the quest menu. Too many menus. I just want to play the game. shop menu, and the shop menu is bugged right now. Because the core gameplay is fine. I would say even above average in the Metroidvania genre, in my opinion. But it's also made by the guy who made my favorite types of Metroidvania, so maybe I'm biased. It's Friday. Welcome, Zeffy Fox. Friday. Final boss cutscene is also bugged. Yeah, the game is just missing a ton of polish. Unfortunately, it's very buggy. The visuals are very muddy and difficult to like enjoy, in my opinion. We'll see. Finding things is hard when there's like 50 plus things in the menu. Yeah, it's all the crafting items are just like bloat, in my opinion, in the general game design. It's like, we don't need 12 billion crafting materials that just let you craft a different weapon that's like a fire version of a sword that you already have or whatever. You know what I mean? And to be fair, the game was designed, or it started being designed in like what, 2013? 2014? Maybe actually later than that, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go back. I'll save and then maybe library card. What up, Rabu? Library card time. It's Unreal Engine crap. Well, other games are able to make, like, games in Unreal Engine just fine. Hollow Knight's an Unreal Engine game, I'm pretty sure. No, that's Unity. Sorry, not Unreal. They use Unity. My bad. What's it called used Unreal? The, other Metroidvania that was on, like, Xbox 360. That nobody talks about anymore. Shadow Complex. Shadow Complex was Unreal. It probably had plenty of actually bugs and shit like that now that I think about it. Fortnite's the best Metroidvania ever made, actually, so checkmate, atheists. Yeah, the game is just missing polish. That is its #1 issue, is that if they polished the game where its menus felt slicker to use, maybe removed some of the bloat that existed in the game, polished up the graphics, the sounds, the general game feel. Because the general game feel is relatively good. It's not perfect, but it's relatively good, all things considered. It's like as good as like, well, it's like slightly worse than Dawn of Sorrow. And Dawn of Sorrow is kind of my, oh no, I got a warp there? That's annoying. All right. I made a mistake. I thought that would be open for some reason. At this point, it's the devs slacking, TBH. Definitely not. That's not the issue. Very rarely is it devs slacking. It's more so, did they get the resources they needed to make the game that was being promised? And most of the time, the answer is no. They just weren't given the resources, which for them probably was time. Even though they took a metric billion years to make the game, the issue is that they needed more time. And the reason why they needed more time is because there was 10 billion stretch goals. The game raised like $1 gajillion. And they had a bunch of stretch goals that like they had to promise. And they never even fulfilled all of them necessarily. They never made a roguelike mode. They said, never mind, we're making a randomizer. And then the randomizer like didn't work. 90% of the time. Until the community found settings that like actually made it somewhat functional. So, what up, Bright Utopia? Welcome, welcome. The prime problem to me in new Metroidvanias is the layout of. I could say, yeah, games are too big, and don't get me wrong, having large Metroidvanias is really cool, but at some point you kind of need to figure out how to manage those areas in a way that doesn't overwhelm the player, especially if you're doing like a really great way to design Metroidvanias that help the player not feel too overwhelmed is to kind of have each area sectioned off where you can 100% the area that you're in without backtracking too much. Essentially be like, hey, you can get the item at the end of this area and then clean up the whole area after you get like the key item for this one area. And then you move on to the next area, and then that area becomes completable entirely, essentially allowing you to 100% the playthrough without backtracking between areas. That's something that Gato Roboto did very well, where it is an interconnected world, but as soon as you go through this one zone that's kind of locked off between other zones, like there's a load zone between everything, you get an item for that area, then you're able to fully explore the area. Usually it's the item that you get right before the boss or after the boss, and then you can 100% it on your first playthrough without like 12 billion years of backtracking. I think SotN's map design isn't perfect. I think SotN has the best atmosphere out of pretty much any Metroidvania because it's willing to just say, fuck it, throw this new cool thing in that the players aren't expecting. Oh, shit. Okay. That leads me to believe that I know where the next relic is. Do we have reverse library cards in this? I think we do. Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. You're talking about the literal map that you have to navigate? That you look at to navigate. That's rough. Yeah, if your map isn't good in a Metroidvania, that also just kind of fucking kills it. It's one of my biggest complaints about Hollow Knight is their map system is kind of rough. My two biggest complaints about Hollow Knight is the map system is annoying, and the money system is annoying. Those two things, I think, are ultimately pretty rough to deal with. Why is my timer frozen? Does anyone... When did that happen? Why did that happen? I hate the artistic map trend. Just give me some blue squares. I don't hate artistic maps as long as they're readable. I'm having to deal with the whole map equation in the Metroidvania that I'm making. I don't have a map, so it's a little harder. Yeah, if your Metroidvania doesn't have, like, a good map system, like, you need to account for it at the very least. You know? Otherwise, players are just gonna be like, dude, this sucks. Like, one of the biggest complaints about, what was that 3D movement Metroidvania again? That we played on stream with, like, the goat girl with the fat ass? You know what I'm talking about. Chat, you know who I'm talking about. Why am I fighting this guy? I don't want to fight this guy. I meant to go the other way. Pseudo Regalia, yeah. The biggest complaint about that game is that it didn't have a map. And honestly, there were moments where I got very lost because of it, but the game was small enough that, like, it's a fair complaint to not have a map, but, like, it wasn't that bad. Like, I played through it and got lost, like, twice, but I still had fun the entire time. There were moments where I was maybe getting a little burnt out on backtracking because I didn't have a map, but then I just, like, put the game down and played it again the next day. Yeah, they added the map later, which is also probably a fair decision, you know? Like, that's probably not a bad call, but... The only thing that stopped me from enjoying Hollow Knight was losing money. It's so rough, man. It's one of those things where it's like, you have to be aware when you put a negative feedback loop into your game for players that are new. I know the timer stopped. I can't do anything about it. Live Split just crashed. Live Split will just crash on me every once in a while, so... Yeah, losing all of your money just sucks when you don't have means of getting money very quickly and easily. The other thing that sucks about Hollow Knight is, like, you can get money by selling objects or whatever, but, like, my computer is pretty cursed, yeah. you don't know if those objects are important or not because Hollow Knight doesn't tell you if they're important. It's like, hey, you can sell this, but you don't know if it's something that will also be like better later on. It's one of the issues of like obscuring too much from the player, making everything a Dark Souls-esque secret where you only understand the game through vague posting in like item descriptions or whatever. Like, it's cute and it's really great for world design and like atmosphere, but it can make for very unintuitive gameplay moments. And like the rest of your game needs to be really fucking solid to account for that. Otherwise, people are just going to get annoyed and stop playing. And people did that with Dark Souls 1. People got fucking really pissed off at Dark Souls 1 and stopped playing all the time. However, same thing happened with Hollow Knight when it first released. If you were on the internet when Hollow Knight first came out, there was a couple of people that were singing its praises, but the majority of the internet was like, this game kind of sucks. So many people complained about Hollow Knight, saying it was too hard, that it's very pretty, and the music's good, but it's too hard, and it's too obscure, and it's full of bullshit. And it's like, you have to have a really solid game behind all the bullshit to get away with the bullshit, if that makes sense. Even if it's intentional bullshit. Because, like, think about it like making a Mario Maker level. I can make an intentionally bullshit Mario Maker level, but that doesn't make it artistic, or fun, or interesting. Sometimes you're just being a dick for the sake of being a dick as a dev. Oh shit, it's just a portal spell. That makes sense. So yeah, the baseline mechanics need to be good. The baseline, like, game itself needs to be good to entice people to stick through the bullshit that you want them to stick through. Like, if you put intentional bullshit in the game, nobody is going to come out at the other end of it and be like, yo, that intentional bullshit that you put in was super cool and interesting. Unless the rest of the game, like, supports it. It was heads. I mean, last one was tails, so obviously this one had to be heads. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a 50-50, guys. Come on. That's how that works. Everybody knows that. I guess we Power of Sire. Nice. Hollow Knight is a get good kind of game, but also, like, the game is a get good kind of game because you just need to know what to do. It's similar with Dark Souls, where, like, Dark Souls isn't asking you to do anything mechanically difficult necessarily. It's just kind of gatekeeping you with, like, obscured information. And then once you know the information, the game is kind of easy. Like, Hollow Knight's combat system is like, once you figure out that spells are the most important thing you should be doing, instead of like just swinging your nail aimlessly for like 10 years, then you're like, oh shit, this game's easy.
Trouble the soul of my mother no more. How?
Alrighty, everybody.
How is it that I've
We already ranked this on the tier list. I already gave you guys my opinions on it. It's the TikTok attention span tier list preset. This time it took us like 20 something minutes. So definitely faster, or sorry, slower than 4 minutes, but you know. I don't know, it's fine. If you are in a pinch and you got to play a randomizer, but you only have 20 minutes, hey, here you go. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, join the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz, where you can hear me complain about other stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, YouTube. Have a good one.
She said, do not hate humans.